Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. An important chapter about temporary crown and bridge reasons, which I have left for you people to study for your self study. But evidence suggests that no one have studied or even seen this chapter. So again, it's my duty to discuss this as well. So starting, introduction is already you have a knowledge about resin used for dentures, denture based material. So these are all materials which already we have discussed. Temporary crown and bridge resin are used to provide immediate temporary coverage following tooth preparation for crowns or bridges. For immediate, temporary. Usual technique is to record an initial impression in an alginate material prior to tooth preparation. You have not done anything to your tooth, only you have taken the impression of that area or impression of the mouth when he comes to you for a crown or a bridge. Then the major impression recorded and subsequently you can use an elastomeric impression material. Now the mixed temporary crown or bridge resin is applied to the prepared areas. You have taken the impression, put it aside, then you have to prepare the tooth, then you can use you have taken the major impression used for your preparation of your prosthesis, the permanent one. You can also use elastomeric, or always you have to use elastomeric impression materials. Then the mixed temporary crown or bridge resin is applied to the prepared area by placing it into the desired area of the alginate impression, which we have recorded first before preparation of the tooth, and it is reseated in the patient mouth, the first impression. After initial setting, the initial mean we all know about the initial setting, that it become not hard in a stage. Which stage? At least in a rubbery stage. We can put it out, or we can collect the impression tray from the patient's mouth, but we have to wait for the material to undergo the rubbery or elastic stage. Not wait too much, because as it is your, usually it will be your chemical set material, so it produces much heat which can damage the pulp. So after initial setting, the impression and the resin are removed and final hardening occurs outside the mouth. Temporary crowns can also be fabricated by placing the resin onto prepared teeth in clear plastic crown formers. These are also available. We will see these plastic crown formers in our practicals. In addition, the fit of the prefabricated crowns can be improved by relining them with one of the temporary crown and bridge resins. Prefabricated crowns are also available. We will see it also these in our lab work or in our practicals. Temporary crowns and bridges are cemented into place with temporary cements. Temporary with temporary. Normally of a zinc oxide eugenol composition. Temporary cements. Now, the requirements. The product should ideally be non-injurious to oral tissues since it comes into direct contact with freshly cut dentine and the oral mucosa. During setting, it should not give an unduly large temperature rise whilst in contact with dentine, as this could damage the pulp. It should not undergo a large setting contraction, which could make removal of the temporary crown or bridge difficult, particularly if the set material is rigid. The material should also have convenient setting characteristics, including the following properties. Number one, sufficient working time to allow mixing, placement into the impression, and seating into the mouth. After seating in the mouth, rapid attainment of a rubbery stage, which facilitates its easy removal without distortion, as already described. Rapid hardening outside the mouth, enabling the trimmed crown or bridge to be cemented into place after a short time. It should be strong and tough enough to resist fracture and wear in use and should ideally be tooth colored. Factors which affect durability and appearance are not of prime importance in view of the temporary nature of its use. Available material, all we know that 5 types of material are available as we have already discussed. The AutoCure acrylic material is essentially identical to other dental acrylics as a restorative resin. A dual cure methacrylate material is now available. The liquid contains both chemical and light sensitive initiators. The material undergoes a chemical setting reaction initially to achieve a partial set. The provisional restoration can be removed from its matrix and the mouth at this stage, and final setting is achieved by visible light curing either in the mouth or at the chair side. This is for dual cure methacrylate material, not for the self cure denture based material. Care is required as the heat generated during this later process is substantial. Higher methacrylate resin is similar in many ways to the product sometimes used as a reline material for dentures. The composite material is different from those used as filling materials. Keep it in mind. Not the one which we are using as a filling material, which are not suitable for temporary crown and bridge work due to their unfavorable setting characteristics. Now, temporary crown and bridge resins, types, dispensation method, and composition. If we see the acrylics, dispensation method is powder liquid. Powder is polymethyl methacrylate, beads plus peroxide. And all you know why peroxides. Liquid is methacrylate monomer plus activator. A single paste acrylic is also available, which is light activated. So it contains polymethyl methacrylate plus monomer plus light activators. High methacrylate powder liquid is polymethyl methacrylate beads and peroxide, and liquid is isobutyl methacrylate plus activator. Composite paste, which is gun mixed, is multifunctional methacrylate, consists of multifunctional methacrylate, plus fillers, plus initiators, plus activators. And composite with a single paste, which is like activated, multifunctional methacrylates plus filler plus light activators. Properties, setting characteristics. Composite materials have the advantage of exhibiting a distinct rubbery stage during which the temporary crown or bridge can be removed from the patient's mouth without distortion or damage. This rubbery phase is achieved in the composite material by the use of a multifunctional acrylic monomer, which produces a relatively high cross-link density early on in the setting reaction. Normal filling composites do not possess these characteristics and set rapidly to hard, rigid, solid. So this is the difference between the two. After removing the provisional crown during its rubbery stage, final setting can be accelerated by immersion it in hot water for a few seconds. Mind it, for a few seconds. The two types of acrylic material do pass through a rubbery stage when removal is facilitated, but this stage is not as distinct as in the other two products. So automated mixing of provisional crown and bridge resin should enhance their properties by eliminating mixing porosity. Dual cure composite materials relies upon its chemical set to give the rubbery stage to facilitate removal of the provisional restoration. Final curing is achieved out of the mouth by visible light activation. None of the material should be allowed to set completely in situ, since they all undergo a significant setting contraction. So be aware of this point also. This is greatest for the polymethyl methacrylate material, where a volumetric shrinkage of about 5% occurs. Each of the material exhibits an exothermic reaction on setting, the temperature rise being greatest in the acrylic material. Already we know this. This may have important biological consequences when a considerable bulk of resin is present in constructing a large temporary crown or bridge on freshly cut vital dentin. Removal One should ensure that the materials are removed from the patient's mouth well before their maximum temperature rise has occurred. This relies on being able to identify the commencement of the rubbery stage, after which the maximum temperature is normally reached within a minute or two. Biocompatibility: certain components of some of the products are known to have an irritant effect when placed on freshly cut vital dentin. Methyl methacrylate monomers, for example, present in the acrylic materials falls into this category. When using this product, it is necessary to either varnish the preparations or apply a surface layer of petroleum jelly as a protective measure. The isobutyl methacrylate monomer used in the higher methacrylate product is far less irritant than methyl methacrylate. So as the mechanical properties of materials are, it will become most significant when minimal tooth tissue removal or shoulderless crown preparation are used, because we have thin type of or thin material of for covering the crown. So there will be a danger of fracture occurring in the thin areas, especially it is also thin because we have a minimal tooth tissue removed, so and shoulderless preparation. So thin areas and tapered margin of such a temporary crown are in a danger of fracture, and most likely in the acrylic material, which is weaker and more brittle than the other products. In terms of appearance, the acrylic, higher methacrylate and composite materials are all available in a range of shades, and a good match with tooth substance can be achieved. Thanks a lot. Waiting for your valuable comments. Thank you again. Allah Hafiz.